Other nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new.
We have one more thing. We are at the La Jolla Concour. What started out as a rainy day has really turned into a magnificent afternoon. I mean, what a great place. The Cove in La Jolla, one of the more scenic spots. So today was no exception. And once the sun started to come out, the people came out in force. And there's some magnificent cars. And we'll give you just the little peek we're giving you at a great show today. The La Jolla Concour De Elegance. Enjoy. Here we have, the sun is out now. Rain this morning had a dampening effect. But in the Porsche class, we have a lot. We have 62 356B coupe. And then we move along to the later 71 911 and the Targas. And then a later slant-nosed turbo. And then a 76 Porsche 911. Next it's his Volkswagen brother. And a little Porsche 356 cab. 68 Lancia Flaminia SS. So that would be an alloy car, and not only that, it's a Zagato body, and it's even got the slight double bubble. Perfect. Really, a car you do not see very often here in the States. The Italian ASI badge and number authentication. A double bubble famous by Zagato. Plenty of Jaguars here. 67 XK, but it must be a Series 1.5. Does not have the covered headlights. Last of them, the 74 XK V12. And this 6.2 Alfa Romeo. Now this is a touring bodied. They're not alloy, they're steel, but a lot Ferrari-esque.
And he's afraid maybe
56 Maserati A6G. This is the car, the famous barn find in France. And it is original, and that was what was so alluring about it. Not only is it a rare car, an exceptional car, but it sat there undisturbed in its originality. 56 MGA, but this is one of the twin cams, which are much rarer, have more horsepower. They were horrible in their day, they didn't stay together, but now if you can find them and restore them, they can do a much better job. And this is a rare car. It's a 60 Alfa Romeo. It's an SZ, Sprint Zagato, the Z for Zagato. And this is a round tail, as we'll get back there. They also made a cam tail variety. These cars were excellent on the track. Nice short wheelbase. This one is all set up for vintage racing, as you can see. Wow, that's a 32 Cadillac. It's a V12, so it nestled in between the V8 and the V16 that year. And it's a 5-passenger coupe, but it's what it is pulling behind that makes it even more interesting. The old trailer of the day. Wow, beautifully restored or preserved. And you could get by, yes indeed. And Le Percent.
Youth judges today are all between the ages of about
They did this 10 years ago. They do everything bespoke, recreate these cars. They even make the tires themselves. Fabulous. This is a Corvette class. 57, one of my favorites. Black with silver cove and red interior. Peterson has brought down this 54 Plymouth Explorer. That was one of Chrysler's collaboration with Ghia show cars, and very well. Glad it still exists. Wire wheels. There's their Carrozzeria Ghia. Great color, really shows off the car. Here's a 34 Packard convertible sedan. It's the 1101 series, which is the standard 8. Under the Super 8 and of course the 12. But still, 34, what a great styled year. Aaron and Valerie Weiss brought their 31 Chrysler Imperial dual cowl Phaeton. Now, that is a classic, exceptionally rare, and yeah, kind of gave it a much lower to the ground look. Look at the stone guard on that. Oh, it has pilot rays, which they turn with the wheel. They always follow the road. And Judge is coming back for another look with the divided windshield, and this has the dual cowl. These Chryslers were so well engineered in comparison to a lot of classics in the day. Walter Chrysler was an engineer, and these cars drove so well. Here's a Marmon. Now this is 8-cylinder. Marmon actually made a 16-cylinder as well, but this is their sedan cars. They were out of Indianapolis. This beautiful 29 Packard. It's a dual cowl Phaeton as well. They didn't put the stone guard on the grille, which was, as it implied, to protect the radiator from stones thrown up by other cars. But beautiful car. It also has the dual cowling. You open the door and it folds forward, so it really protects the back passengers. And of course they had side curtains made out of canvas in the day. That will always draw a crowd is the totally original car. This is a 36 Jaguar SS100. It's the smaller 2.5-liter engine, but it's really amazing. You can see where they put its license number on the fender. These were aluminum bodied, and it's just so cool to see like this. 39 Bugatti, Type 64 Roadster. Obviously in the middle of restoration, but looks good out here. Very distinctive body on it. And as the Lagonda V12 repeats, they only build 100 V12 engines for them. Bentley was responsible, and this is short chassis and a cab. Really a handsome car with the skirts and belt line. Well, this is a big Type 50 Roadster, one of the last. Interesting car. Big dual overhead cam. Supercharged. 36 Delahaye again. Again, it's a beautiful car. The kicked out windshield. The gray ostrich interior. Very special car. Type 57. They're calling it an Aero V here, sure, but very well done. We followed its restoration for a long time. Former Best of Show winner here. Kind of unusual Type 57 with the Sedanka coupe top, 3-position drop-in. Very British, but not so much generally for Bugatti. But then you could order and get what you wanted. And look at the gear shift, the pre-select gear shift, tiny little thing there. The Mullins Museum brought out the Type 57 Autoland coupe. Nice kickback windshield on those. Striking paint. Very cool. Mullins also brought out this 39 Delahaye 165 Cabriolet. And that's one of the more exotic cars. Look at the front skirts on that baby. Notice that the windshield cranks down. Doesn't kick out. It cranks down. You can put it at whatever level you want.
About a guy.
Amazing.
Well, the song's called There Will Never Be Another You.
All right, here we go. Ferrari class. The Queen Mary, the 365 GT 2+2. This is the 75 365 GT 2+2. This forerunner of the 400 and the 400i, but it was a 365 in the beginning. Here's one of my favorite cars, Ferrari 288 GTO. Not as wild looking as the F40 and F50, but infinitely, I think, more fun to drive. Beautiful cars, very rare. Well, Mercedes SLs are well represented. 300 SL Roadster class. 61 and a Club Sport they call it. Helmut Reis brought his European headlights. 62 Roadster.
Aston Martin DB models.
Here's a 64 Aston Martin DB5. It's on right-hand drive car, but this is the epitome of the James Bond Aston Martins. Beautiful at any angle. This is the iconic Aston Martin, the DB5 GT. Here's a little earlier Aston in 1961. This is a DB, probably 4 GT. In a great color, left-hand drive. A lot of subtle differences, but definitely the same heritage. This is an earlier yet, 1957. This is a DB24 Mark III coupe, hatchback coupe. This is really did well for Aston Martin back in the day. Left-hand drive. Obviously takes it on rallies like the Colorado Grand. Aston Martin brought a very unusual car here. Well, it's kind of a shame it was up against the fence there because we're showing the construction. It's a beautiful car, but wait till I show you the other side. It's a cutaway. Cutaway in their new, I think, DB11. But very interesting. And it is cutaway. Twin turbo, 5.2 liter V12. The suspension, look at the construction.
There's restoration. Tom Crefts, 1967 Giant.
There's the iconic 63 split window Corvette.
Mercedes 300 SL.
Early MGB GT Roadster. Bentley Continental Coupe. Next to a Lincoln. Oh my gosh. Winner of some sort today. Ah, there you go.
Okay, look over here on 3, 1, 2.
That was your choice. Let's say that I move beyond college, and don't intend to go back.
That's fine.
And I'll put that in writing.
We'll set another plate at the dinner table for you.
Thank you very much.
Keep penning, keep penning.
Best in Show, Ken Smith's 36 Delahaye. Best of Show. Delahaye, stunning car. Well, it's the end of the day, La Jolla Concour, and it was a great show. It turned out beautiful. Here we are for the Barnaby Chronicles, and enjoy.